Hello everyone, Fanta here, and you are watching Fanta Vision. Today I'm doing my impressions of theHunter Call of the Wild. So, I've played this game for about 5 to 6 hours now, and I can kind of tell what the entire experience is really like. It's a really realistic hunting game in the fact that you can't just run out, sprint after a deer, and shoot it in the face, and then get insane amount of high score points that you add to your head collection and all this other. It's a lot more realistic than that. As you're seeing, I have to track a call, I have to follow footprints, it shows me the direction in which the footprints are going, I have to slowly sneak up on the deer, and you can't even be downwind of the deer, otherwise they can smell you, they know you're coming, they'll let out a warning call, they'll let the other deer nearby know that you're coming. So this is definitely a game for people that have patience. If you just want an action shooter where you just mow down enemies, this is not the game for you. This is not Call of Duty Hunting Edition. So this is not anything like the Cabelas games, because the Cabelas games really are, they're a lot more arcadey. I mean, you can follow the bullet as it hits the animal, and you can get on a ATV and run over animals. At least that's what I did. You probably weren't supposed to do that, but that's what I did in Cabelas games. This game, you have to be a lot more subtle, you have to be quiet, you have to listen to your environment. You have to look at your noise meter, make sure you're not making that much noise. Look at your sight meter, make sure that when you are getting close to them, they don't see you, but you can see them. And this level of realism, I get impatient just because I'm not used to slow games like this. But it was kind of a nice change of pace from what I'm normally used to. I'm used to high adrenaline action games, so this is kind of a great game to just put on if I really feel like just kind of relaxing, walking around the forest, and occasionally shooting at an animal. And really, that's what this game is. It's mostly walking around a forest. And the nice thing is the graphics they're pretty good on the console. They're a lot better on the PC. I mean, by a lot. And that's also because I'm sitting a little bit closer to the screen than I'm sure most people are, so the pixelation is definitely a lot more noticeable. But if you are going to pick this game up, I do highly recommend it for the PC over console, but the console does still look pretty damn good. Also, I really do like the different changing weather environments and how that also affects your hunting. I mean, when it's raining and, lightning striking, you can't hear the enemies, or not the enemies, the animals as well, but they can't hear you. So it's actually easier almost to hunt in the rain. But at the same time, if it's windy, it'll throw off your shot trajectory and everything else. So it factors in a lot of different elements. And I was going to do a full review of this game, but I really just don't have the time that is necessary to give this game a true review that it deserves. Let me just kind of tell you my experience also, because I played multiplayer, which is really cool. I don't know of many hunting games that have online multiplayer. And when I joined online, they were the friendliest bunch of people I've ever played with. I didn't even use my chat because I had my headset somewhere else, and I was like, it's hunting, I guess I'll just kind of listen to what they're talking about, and maybe I'll join them in their hunt. And they were just helping each other out. Somebody was really experienced, somebody else was really new. And the really experienced player was bringing this guy on a guided tour and was basically showing him the ropes of the game, and it was great. It was great to hear, and it was also great that the netcode wasn't completely terrible. The voices didn't sound terrible, there was no lag. The difference between playing multiplayer and single player, I didn't feel any. There were no frame drops, there was nothing. So I don't know if it's just my internet, but I think it's the servers. I think they've got some strong servers for this game. Also, there is a progression system in this game, so there's a reason to keep playing other than just hunting or completing missions. The progression system is both EXP and money. Money is, of course, used to buy weapons, and then experience, you have to be a certain experience level to use some of these weapons, and you also can unlock perks that make it easier to track animals, make it harder for animals to hear you, stuff like that. And that's definitely something that adds a lot of replay value to the game, especially pairing that with multiplayer. So even when you beat all the missions, it's like, who cares? Just go online, Go for a couple quick hunts with your friends. This is a great game to play. I wouldn't say in short bursts, just because of how long it takes to find an animal. I'm sure in most of the footage you're seeing right now, I'm not shooting at a lot of animals. It's mostly tracking. And I understand that this is not the most exciting footage to look at. And I'm going to quick cut to different times where I'll find an animal and I'll shoot it and I'll have to track it by following the blood trail. And what it looks like when you actually kill an animal, because when you actually go up and you finally claim an animal, because not only do you have to shoot the animal, you then have to find the animal after you shoot it. If you don't get that perfect shot and kill whatever animal you're hunting immediately, you have to follow that blood trail and you have to find that body. And sometimes I just couldn't. I lost track of the body even after getting a pretty damn good shot, but apparently not good enough to kill the animal right away or kill it soon after, because it just kept running. So you do have to track down the animal after you have shot it the first time. It's not like you just shoot it once and you're done. No, it's still gonna be alive if you didn't get a clean shot. As I was saying, when you finally do get the body though, and you do collect it, you can actually see the different stats, the experience breakdown, the money breakdown, and everything else of your kill. You get to see where exactly you shot it with a big old arrow pointing to the part of the body that you hit. It talks about the different bones you hit. It talks about the internal organs that were damaged. It's very detailed, and you can constantly kind of keep track. Okay, well, this is where I've been shooting. I need to aim up a bit more to make sure I get that clean kill shot. And this is a great kind of experience for people that are not sure if they want to go hunting in real life, because it kind of gives you a sense of what it's like. I know some people are watching this right now, and you're a real hunter. I understand that, and this isn't extremely accurate, but I think this is more accurate than most games, so it kind of gives you more of a sense of what hunting is like. It's not like you're just going to find an animal immediately and, shoot. You're going to have to look. You're going to have to walk for miles. You're going to have to buy upgrades. You're going to have to get a better rifle. You have to figure out where they're feeding, where they're sleeping. You have to really track these animals and put in a lot of work before you even get to take a shot. And that is what happens in this game. So, I think this game is definitely worth trying out at least. Unfortunately, actually no, I think they are coming out with a physical copy in the near future. So, if you can somehow rent this game from a Redbox, I'm not sure. But this game definitely isn't for everybody. If you were bored watching the footage, I understand. It's a lot more fun when you're actually playing it. And like I said, it's also very relaxing. So this is definitely a game that you just had a long day at work, come home, pop this game in, and just kind of enjoy exploring a stress-free wilderness. The only time there's really any stress is when you're lining up that shot and you're trying to track down the animal you just shot. Besides that, it's just an enjoyable experience and not for the impatient, like I said in the beginning. So, leave a comment down below whether or not you think you'll be picking up this game, if you think this game is for you or not. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more content, and as always everyone, have a fantastic day. See ya.